Hey, good morning, Mrs. Hollis. So you told me that I need to stop complaining about the complainers because basically coaches need to do better. And you are saying this as a coach's wife, a basketball mom and a coach's wife. You also said something along the lines of your husband, the basketball coach, I'm assuming, making all types of provisions and taking his parents and families into consideration before he makes the schedule. And that's pretty much what coaches should do. Respectfully, Mrs. Hollis, it sounds like, I'm going to make the assumption, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like your husband coaches some form of little league, I-9, YMCA, maybe club sport that he runs himself. Maybe middle school, that's a stretch, but it does not sound like high school ball. And I'm gonna tell you why. Now keep in mind that I am just a teacher and a sports mom, okay? So I may not know a whole lot. So coaches, please feel free to chime in and correct me. I am not above being corrected. Also keep in mind that I am in the state of Texas, and in the state of Texas, sports falls under Big Daddy UIL. And Big Daddy UIL sets the rules, not the coaches. And that's pretty much the whole point of my video. Yes, I am complaining about the complainers, complaining about the coach, when all of this has nothing to do with the coach. It is above them. Those individuals should take their concerns to the powers that be. It's not the coaches. The coaches are doing what they have been instructed to do by Big Daddy UIL or whoever your state falls under. So let's look at what Big Daddy UIL says. Holiday restriction. I'm not going to read all of this to you. You can pause to read yourself, but I will give you a shortened version. Let me move out the way just in case you want to read. And pause. Now, this is the 24-25 rule book for basketball for UIL. This tells the coaches how many games they can play per season. You saw those numbers, right? Now, sometimes the athletic directors of the school district, who are the coaches' bosses, will tell them, hey, you're going to play in 2 tournaments this season. You're going to play in 3 tournaments this season. Find them and make it happen. Now, we want to get teams into these tournaments where multiple children from multiple districts are available to compete. Guess what? Sometimes it may have to be done during the holiday because that's when they all off. Sometimes they're done during the school day. Like we had one this year, a Thursday, Friday, and a Saturday. Y'all really be complaining about that. Now, here's something else crazy. This is what the coaches have to work with. They tell you when you can even start practicing, okay? So if I can only hold so many practices for so many hours per week per UIL, I have to play in so many games, so many tournaments. When do y'all suppose this stuff gets done? Right? When do you suppose this stuff gets done? Now, I forgot to add the screenshot of how many hours UIL tells you that you are allowed to hold a practice during the school week. Film weights on Saturdays, no practice on Sundays, coaches can meet on Sundays. My point in all of this is this, Mrs. Hollis. It is very noble that your husband accommodates the feelings of his parents. It's awesome that he has the autonomy to do so. However, that's not realistic. And if parents want to be accommodated, they need to go pay for their accommodation.